Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Okay, so I did this before, and I want to hit it again really quick. This past week actually, I have really been listening to some of my fellow content creators. And it seems to me that they have fallen by the side via the way of a Batman quote.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
A lot of my fellow content creators out there, and I'm speaking at this time about specifically their reviewing of She-Hulk, which again, I'm no fan of. But it's the way that they are absolutely nitpicking. You know, shout out to Nerdrotic. Because Nerdrotic, he's hitting it right on point. He's taking it for what it is, keeping it all in the context of the plot points, the script, you know, that kind of thing. But this breakdown of every little word, every little sentence, every little thing that's really inane, the things that they are breaking down, I am sure that if they go back and look at some of the movies and shows that they really liked, they can find the same problem with those. But not here. Now they just hate it so much. I did a segment on hate a minute ago. Y'all go check it out. They hate it so much that they are not even being fair. And that's what I want to do. That's our point. My brothers and I, we keep a fairness check. We are a perfect triumvirate. We keep each other in line. We keep each other fair. We'll say something, and if somebody has a counterpoint to it, we'll go, hey, but what about this? I love the way our dynamic is. And that's the thing on here, is they just, it's a sad thing of nitpicking. And the reason I address it now is because I've seen where it ends. I have. Do y'all want me to tell you where? Keep it to yourselves. It ends like CNN. It ends up like MSNBC. See, content creators are getting a ton of credit, deservedly so, because they are more unbiased and fair than mainstream media. They present to you with facts and counterpoints to the current narratives that are out there. They deserve it. They do that. But they're on the precipice now. They may need to take a step back, look at themselves, and go, wait a minute, I'm not being as fair as I once was. And I'm not sure if anybody calls them out. Hell, they may not even hear this. But I want it to be on record, and I hope they do hear it. Hey man, step back. Don't be like the mainstream media. Don't fall into that trap. Don't become Ethan Klein. Don't become Howard Stern, who started off on one side and hit a certain level of popularity and ended up way on the opposite end of the spectrum. They became what they held in contempt, which is a beautiful line from Kevin Costner in the movie Untouchables.
I have forsworn myself. I have broken every law I swore to defend. I have become what I beheld, and I am content that I have done right.
Be critical, but be fair with your criticism. Because one of the things that actually disturbed me that they did is in the latest episode of She-Hulk. They had Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion has some hit or miss songs with me. I like when she's actually more serious in her songs instead of what I call the popcorn rap she puts out there, you know, the straight booty shaking stuff. But it's kind of, and I'm not gonna call out anybody in particular. Just go find some content creators that are talking about it. Most of them did this. The way they discussed Megan was kind of dismissive and with a tone of disdain. And that was not hot at all, because these are content creators that claim to be speaking on the culture and, culture warriors, standing up for the culture, things of that nature that should be hip. And it's not like Megan Thee Stallion is some unknown chick. The song with her and Cardi B, WAP, was a Billboard #1 song and one of the most controversial songs of the year. 1,000,001 TikTok videos, variations of it on TikTok. It's so, for them to be like, oh, Megan Thee Stallion, whoever that is, all I did was it sent a cringe down my spine, because I was like, really, bro? That's the role you gonna play? So y'all have never heard, brother? Look, I may not listen to it all the time, but I know who some classical music artists are. I am not big into European football, what we call soccer, but I can shoot some names out there at you. And more importantly, I do research. And a lot of my content creators blast mainstream media and other shields and talking heads for not doing research. So before you're disdain and dismissive of this, shouldn't y'all do research? Research who that person is? Guarantee you it won't take much. And that's why I say they're on the precipice. Now they're doing what mainstream media does. We're not going to do any research, but we're going to speak disparagingly and with disdain. We're going to speak down on you. Do your research. They're becoming what they fought against. That is my warning to my fellow content creators. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I mean, seriously, Megan Thee Stallion is a real pop culture icon. Hell, I don't do a whole bunch of pop music, but I can tell you who BTS is. Coldplay, Halsey. Who else? What's the new group out there? This new K-pop trio. I think they're called Pink Black, a trio of the K-pop girl group, because they become relevant. If I tell you that my brothers and I speak on movies, politics, pop culture, or culture as a whole, then I make it my business to know. And if I don't know, I research before I bring it to y'all. That's what I ask my content creators to do. Don't go down the road of becoming the villain. Stay the hero. Man, we gonna stop it right there. You can catch the rest of that conversation on our Free Mind Thinkers podcast, which you can listen to wherever you listen to any of your favorite podcasts. We are on Amazon Music, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. So give us a listen there. If you like what you heard, then tell the world. Share, like the vid. If you have something to say, then please, we encourage everyone, drop a comment. Let us know what's on your mind. And you can find us all over social media. You can find our videos on BitChute, Odyssey, and YouTube. You can communicate with us through our various communication social media site platforms like Twitter, Rumble, Getter, Minds, Gab. Wherever you want to let your free mind thoughts flow, you'll find the Free Mind Thinkers. Plus, we are now setting up our locals page, which will soon load exclusive content for all those that become members. So stay tuned. Things are going to get greater. Y'all take it light. Remember to listen less, learn more.